How's everybody doing? My name's Mike and I have Miss April with us today, and I'm working her outside here. Go ahead, girl, sit. And what I'm doing is today, particularly for some reason, she's a little more sketchy outside today. She's a little more fearful. So one good tip I want to give everybody is if you have a dog that's fearful, you're trying to work them, you've been doing some training with them, they're becoming not so fearful, and then you have a day like today where they're showing more signs of fear, you really need to control the dog, especially outside. So she constantly wants to turn around to see kind of what's coming. That's very typical of a fearful dog. So right now I'm using this wall, as you can see. Nope, sit. So I'm using this wall to pinch her between my body and the wall, just like this, so that she feels more comfortable facing forward. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Heel. Sit. So, nope. So you see what she's doing right there? Nope. So she has to go back to the position facing forward. I can't allow her to look behind me in fear. She will still do the exercise that way, but we can't allow her to do it in fear. Heel. So just because there's a car coming right here, she is gonna react to those things. The wall, heel, and my body, sit, is gonna help her. Hey, sit. Good. See how she sit. See how she went from looking behind to looking up at me. So that's what's going to get rid of that fear. If they're constantly looking behind them, they're practicing fear. So use the wall so you see her looking. Heel. Sit. Good girl. So when she goes to look behind her, I can actually just put her in heel, and that's going to stop her from looking behind her, and she's going to be forced to look forward and start paying attention, which that actually starts to get rid of the fear. Obedience, structure, and training and desensitizing the dog to the outdoor is what's gonna, that's what's gonna get rid of the fear on the dog. Okay, so use every tool in your environment to gain control of them. See how she's sitting forward? She's sitting forward, so that's what we want. We don't want her practicing fear. Heel, looking behind us. We want her facing forward, just like that. Sit. Good girl. See, she's fighting heel. She's fighting the urge, heel, to look behind her, or look at me. And when she looks at me, I'm telling her good girl, because that's the right choice. That's what we want her to do. Sit. Good girl. Good job, girl. So she's looking at me. She gets affection when she looks at me and doesn't try to look behind and she's not shaking or anything. That's when you can reward the dog. So if you have a fearful dog and you need to get them to face one particular direction, you need their attention when you're trying to work them, you can use a wall. Heel. You can use a wall, sit, to get their attention and to get them to face forward.